right? So what do we know? This is what I know. And stupid Crumb Bomb, who I like, and others. Everyone was sending me this video of Anthony explaining what happened at the Comedy Cellar. And I've been for a very long time, I don't click on anything. And I went against my own rules twice this week. Twice. So when I break my rule, I'm going to tell you. Because when I tell people I don't click on anything, they don't believe me. I don't click on anything. But then when I get a weak moment and I click on something, I feel like I got to tell you guys. So with that said, I clicked on a video earlier this week of Anthony ranting and raving, playing video games in the middle of the night, just screaming the N-word. Hey, Opie, why don't you get back together with Anthony? Oh, I don't know. Here's reason number 182. So he's yelling and screaming like a lunatic, just throwing the N-word around like it's nothing. Look, none of us are perfect. I get it, but it gets to a point where you're like, what are you doing? And then people were sending me the video where something happened with Bill Burr, Club Soda Kenny, Amy Schumer, Anthony Cumia, Jim Norton sitting his taint right on the fence. What a phony. Jim, you're a phony. You are a phony. Anyway, so I did click on it. I did. I clicked twice in 1 week. That is crazy. I probably haven't clicked on any of that stuff in well over a year, but I clicked twice this week. Once to see Ant raving like a complete lunatic saying the N-word over and over again. And then Anthony explaining what happened at the Comedy Cellar. And Anthony's version of it doesn't make him look good at all. So I would love to know the real version. Because, man, he either is lacks incredible self-awareness. He's like, what? He's like surprised this all went down. He's surprised. Minash. Yeah, you did good, Minash. Minash S. Oh, wait, is that Club Soda Kenny? Hi, GH. Did I do good? Oh, my God. Is that Minash, King of the Czars coming through. Coming through with a little pocket money and coming through with some nice entertainment, nice content. So I guess the story goes, Anthony went and saw Jim Norton, and then Jim Norton was at the Black Cat, Pussycat, pretty much doing the same material that he's been doing for over 10 years. And then Anthony's like, you know what, I'm close. I'm going to go to the Cellar, which is stupid because there's so many people at the Cellar that simply don't like him because of his race talk. There's a lot of people that don't like him, especially at the Cellar, because of his race talk. And then I guess he walked in. If I get any of this wrong, you correct me, bitch. And he got in there, and he got in there just in time to see Amy Schumer walk by. And following close behind was Club Soda Kenny, because Club Soda Kenny, he upgraded. I'm not going to lie to you. He was my security guy for many, many years. He kept me and my family very, very safe. Kenny takes his job very, very seriously. We had to deal with a lot of crap during the Opie and Anthony years, and Kenny was great at his job. Kenny is the closest we're going to get to a hybrid human being / robot. Kenny does his job like he's a robot. And he's really, really good at that. That's an actual compliment. Okay? Oh, you're trashing me here? That's all right, Tommy C. Enjoy the show, brother. Another $1.99 from this guy. Google Brent. He was on Stern. Okay, I will. I'll Google that. And then, but thank you for the another $1.99. So then I guess Amy went right into the Cellar. I was going downstairs for her set. Kenny was right behind her, and Anthony was yelling, Kenny. And I guess Kenny ignored him because Kenny was bodyguarding someone I don't really like, to be honest with you, Amy Schumer. So he was doing his job. And then I guess, oh, wait, front of the line. Super chats go right to the front of the line. I got eggs to pay for. Lots of eggs to pay for. They upped their prices for the eggs because they knew all of us family people were going to go and get 5 or 6 dozen of these damn eggs so we could fool around and dye them. And then I got to hide them in the middle of the night. I got to find new hiding places this year. They're on to me. What is it, Morley? Yeah, it's Morley TV, $4.99. Cumia doesn't understand that Burr is upset about his wife being insulted, yet he held a 20-year grudge over you being upset over a 18-year-old groupie. Wow. Damn, you coming in hot. So then I guess Anthony's in the Comedy Cellar. He admitted that he was drinking. I don't think he'd need to admit that at this point. And then he sees Bill Burr sitting there. And he thought it was a good idea to go up to Bill Burr. Now, the little I know, which is kind of a lot, I know that Anthony hasn't been too kind towards Bill Burr and his wife. And his wife. Holy crap. So he goes up to Bill Burr because supposedly Bob Kelly's like, dude, you got to figure this out with Bill Burr, dude. We all need to get along, dude. What a whole bunch of phony comedians making believe they get along with each other. They all despise each other, especially the ones that are more famous than them, but they'll sit around publicly. Hey, make sure you check out blah, blah special. He's the funniest guy in the business. But behind the scenes, they're like, F that guy. Should be me. Dude. You need to figure it out with Bill Burr, dude. Because everyone needs to get along. No, none of those guys get along. I shouldn't say none of them, but I explained to comedians like this. It's a giant pot filled with crabs, and they're all like this, pushing a crab head down over here, pushing a crab head down over there to try to get a little higher in the bucket. That's basically the comedians. I'm so sick of turning on my social media. Hey, man, make sure you check out blah, blah special. It's amazing, and he's one of the funniest people doing it today. And I know these people behind the scenes are like, F that guy. He doesn't deserve that Netflix special. But they're too scared to say their real opinions because they all have to make believe they get along with each other. It's BS. So stupid Anthony goes, you know what? I'm going to work it out with Bill Burr. Not realizing that, like, the stuff he said about Bill Burr's wife, that's a game changer. It's a game changer. Simple as that. The race crap you say is a game changer. Simple as that. You don't think that I know that some of the stuff I've said about people on this live stream and on my podcast and on the radio show over the years has been a game changer. So you live with that. Anthony needs to live with that and realize Bill doesn't want anything to do with him because of the stuff he said about his wife and the stuff he says about race in general. It's a game changer. There are people out there that I know I've said enough crap about that we're not working it out. Jim Norton is one of them. Howard Stern's another one of them. I wouldn't just casually walk up to Howard after all the crap I've said over the years and go, hey, Howard. So Anthony, delusional, goes up to Bill Burr and goes something like Bill or Billy, I think, whatever. Oh, wait, we got a super chat. Thank you. You went to the front of the line, wiped out everybody else. So if you had something good in there, just repost it, all right? Kenny calls Aunt GH now because he has to go home anytime he sees some Jesus. So Anthony leans in. He's like, Billy. That's my Aunt impression. That's how he does it. Bill, hey, like it's no big deal, right? Let's talk this out. Wow. And supposedly Bill Burr goes, dude. Not dude. It was dude. Why are you talking to me or something like that? With all the stuff you have said about, I believe he said, my wife. Why are you talking to me? And Bill was very, very annoyed. And I don't blame him. Because like I said a little while ago, man, Anthony crossed the line by all that garbage he has said. So live with it. If that's how you want to be a a race nut, a gun nut, and you want to just spew crazy ass crap on your stuff about people, you got to live with the consequences. I live with my consequences. I know the crap I've said about people. I know. I'm not stupid. Not working it out anytime soon with some of these people. So Bill had every right to be beyond pissed. And I don't even know the extent. I just know in broad strokes that he's been incredibly crappy towards Bill Burr. And here's something for all the people out there. Bill Burr owes Opie and Anthony nothing. Literally nothing. Bill Burr was going to be a huge success whether he was on our show or not. He owes us nothing. And I appreciate everything he did for Opie and Anthony and me personally over the years. He never said no to me when I got my podcast off the ground and I was struggling to find an audience. He fucking did my podcast. He didn't pull a Joe Rogan and ignore me. I texted him, hey, Bill, I hear you're in town. Can you do my podcast? He was massively huge. Know what he was doing? He was getting ready to play Madison Square Garden, but he found the time to do my podcast. He's the real deal. He never forgot his time on the Opie and Anthony show and what we did for him. But in the end, we owe him nothing. The guy was going to be a huge success. He's an incredible talent. He's one for our generation. And we were lucky to have him part of the Opie and Anthony show. So then Bill's like, Kenny, I guess he called Kenny. And guess what? Kenny doesn't work for Opie and Anthony anymore. Kenny doesn't work for me. Kenny doesn't work for Anthony. Kenny works for Bill effing Burr, who's huge around the world. And Kenny's going to protect his guy. That's what he does. He's a robot in human flesh, Club Soda Kenny. And I mean that as a compliment. So, of course, he's going to get right in there. And, of course, if Bill Burr's upset, and, of course, Kenny knows the back history of all the crap that happened, he's going to get Anthony the F away from Bill Burr. So, supposedly, he chest bumped him. That means Kenny was being kind. That means Kenny did remember working on the Opie and Anthony show. Because I've seen Kenny do some crazy ass things. So because he only chest bumped Anthony out of the Comedy Cellar, that somewhere in his dumb robotic brain, he knew and remembered his time on the Opie and Anthony show. But he don't work for us, man. I'm sure Bill Burr takes care of him, man. I know the crap I had to deal with my level of fame and having Club Soda Kenny there, full-time security, the shit he did for me and my family. And guess what? Bill Burr is like a minimum of 10 times more famous than I ever was. So the crap Kenny has to deal with, he's going to take everything seriously. Everything.